Alright, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. This is Al, Fishing with Big Al. Welcome to the channel. It's morning, heading on down. Not a lot of traffic. It's Monday. It is the weekday, and with the weekend it's clear, that means the beaches open up because everybody, you know, they have to go back to work. They got to get back to up to where they visiting from, and that is on weekdays. For people like myself and other retirees, we love it. Now we got the beach to ourselves and we go out here and have some fun. So this morning, heading down to Padre Island, National Seashore, gonna probably hit the 25. Water looks good. It's a little cold today. It's between, right now as I'm going closer, I'm seeing the temperature drop. It's actually down to 53. I don't know if my phone, if my camera picks it up. It might flutter the lights or something like that with the camera on it. But it's 53 degrees is what it's saying. At the house, which is about, what, 6-7 minutes away from where I'm at right now, that is saying 57. But when I got down here, it started dropping. So close to the water, so the temperature dropped a little bit. But going down to Padre Island, National Seashore, try to hit that 20-25 mark area, and hopefully get into some good water. The tide is going out. So basically the reason why I'm going down, because I noticed that when I go to P.I.N.S, even though it's going to a low tide, when you get down to like 20-25, and I'll tell you, man, make sure you got a 4x4 if you want to be safe. That's the best option if you're going to come down here, because once you get down there, you're in no man's land. Cell phones, all communication is gone. So make sure you prepare when you're going down that way. But yeah, 20-25, and the reason why I like it, because even though, like I said, the tide is dropping, it just feels like the water just looks like it's still deeper to me as far as when I'm casting. I haven't really had a clear shot at it yet like I want to really get into some good fish. I've gone down, this is my third one right here, my third run, and hopefully this is the best one, because I looked at the water up the way, and that is the gamble that I'm taking right now. Other times I've come down here, this water's murky, and then you go back up there by the packery and the water's green. So hopefully that's, you know, hopefully it's gonna be green down this way too, and it laid down. I know one thing, if I see it's murky, then I'm coming back up. I'm not even gonna go down to that 20-25 because it's not even worth it. So anyway, I'm going through this gate right now, and I'll get back with you. Fish on, baby, we in, let's go. It does look good, man, compared to what it's been. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and go for it. We're gonna go for it. Like I said, the tide is out, and here it just looks low, right? I don't know, it's just weird. When I get down to that 20-25, then to me it looks different. It almost looks like the terrain, I guess you can call it that. It just looks like it gets closer to the water, and this right here looking wide. It looks like it gets smaller once I get down by that 20-25, and then I'm actually able to hit my first and second guts from a distance that's not far. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. All right, y'all, fish on. All right, with the water down for the driving report, I would say this sand is actually packed a lot better. And I'm kind of impressed, being that the wind was blowing the way it's been blowing. We've had some high winds, and I guess being that the water was at high tide, it actually smoothed out the sand surface. So right now I'm driving down and I'm doing anywhere between 15 to 20 as far as making my way down there. A little bit faster because there's nobody here, so I'm able to move a little bit quicker down the way. But I'm not going excessive, because you will find some uneven areas and you'll bottom out if you're not careful. So give yourself enough speed, but give yourself enough time to actually be able to slow down as well, so you don't damage your vehicle. So getting down, we're gonna do it, man. I don't see any traffic. I passed that one car since I came here this morning, and like I said, it is a Monday. I love it when it's like this, because that means it's almost like fishing in your own property, and you just got the whole thing to yourself on a good day. So it may be some people showing up a little later. Like I said, right now temperatures are a little bit low in the 50s, and sometimes you may have people that, if they're born and raised in certain areas, they don't take too good to the cold. Me being from the Midwest, this doesn't really bother me. I don't like the cold either, but at the same time, I grew up used to it, so I can deal with it. So, but it is nice. It is nice. I'm driving along the edge, and I haven't ran into any problems yet that make me feel like I need to watch out and slow down. So I think that tide being as high as it was for the last couple of days probably had a lot to do with that. And I guess that makes a big difference over here at the beach. So anyway, fish on, we're gonna get down. Let's do it. Let's keep pushing. And the reason I'm going down, because I'm chasing Pompano. I could have went to the South Jetty, I know, and I could have got sheepshead. The sheepshead are running, but I got enough sheepshead. I don't want no more sheepshead. I get tired of sheepshead. I never get tired of Pompano. So that's what I'm gonna go down and chase. So let's get down there and get into it, and hopefully get into some Pompano. Fish on, baby. All right, add to the report. I just met some nice guys, man. I guess from Dallas, so shout out to you guys. And I stopped, and I was just curious if they may have been doing anything. I knew they had shark rigs and they had other rods like size that I'm using for surf casting, and I was trying to see whether they're into anything yet, being that they're the first ones I ran into. And they said they hit a black drum yesterday, and pretty much, you know, the day is the best day they had, but they're going to be down for a week. So shout out to them. But the other thing was, we were talking, and he was saying that he was hitting mullet, and he said the mullet, the bait was all over the place, kind of, sort of. So I said, man, I forgot my cast net. I mean, not forgot, I just didn't bring it because I didn't think mullet was going to be heavy yet, so I don't bring it with me, you know, if it's going to be a waste. And he just said, I got some if you want it. So good looking out. So shout out to you guys. Like I said, man, when you're out here fishing, to me, it's almost like everybody is family, man. I run across some people, and you know, it's just a different world when you go fishing. It's just different. I mean, you got some places where you go, and yeah, it can be disruptive or whatever, but for a lot of times when I'm going fishing, I don't know, it just seems like it's a whole different world, man, and you just be at peace, and everybody around you be at peace, because all they want to do is enjoy their day, and that's what we out here to do. So with that said, we're gonna keep pushing. Now I got some mullets, so I got 3 rods. One of them, of course, I'm gonna put a size 4 circle hook on it, and I'm gonna throw that bad boy out and see if there's a red out there that may be interested. Who knows? But we're gonna find out. Fish on, baby. Let's get on down here. All right, so I finally made it down between the 20 and 25 mile marker down here at P.I.N.S. And man, it feels good for the most part. And this is what I was talking about earlier in my observation of this, of how closed off it gets. The further you go down, you see how close I am to the dunes compared to how it is when you first come into P.I.N.S. When you first come in, if the water's out, you got a lot of beach you can drive on. But the further you come down, you can see how closed off it's starting to get, and I'm closer to the water now. So now I don't really have to walk out that far to hit those guts. But when I'm fishing up there, anywhere between 1 and 5, then yeah, that's a lot of beach. And to hit these guts, you have to walk out some. But the further you drive down, and really my mark right now of test is right between the 20 and 25. I know people that drive down to the 40s and 50s. From what I learned last week, I found out it goes even further than that. And I think you can hit Mansfield from here. And those are the areas that people like to drive to. But this right here, I'm marking this because if there's nothing really happening, I can walk around and find shells. That's another good benefit of this. Look for my sand dollars. So anyway, I'm gonna drive right here. I can get into this gut. I got mullet, so I'm gonna put one of my rods out with mullet, and then the other 2 I got fish bites. So I got this pink. I don't know if I may use it, but it's easy shrimp. But I know I'm gonna use electric chicken. This right here came from one of the subscribers of a guy that I know, and he hooked me up with some fish bites, so I appreciate you. And we're gonna go ahead and get it started. And hopefully this is a good luck pack. So let's go. Fish on, baby. So we got fish bites on the right and the left, and I got mullet in the middle with a nice Carolina rig setup with a 6-ounce weight. I got 6-ounce pyramids on the end of the other rods, again with the single drop swivel. The Carolina rig I just used in mono 30-pound test, and that is what I'm using for my Carolina rig setup on that with a 6-ounce egg. So hopefully that'll hold. and I got enough tail on it. I think I made it almost close to 30 inches just so I can let that mullet do its thing and move around, and then hopefully something will come up and grab it. But that is the setup for 3 rods, and waiting to make it happen down here at P.I.N.S, y'all. Fish on, baby. The weather is nice for the most part. Of course, I'm wearing a jacket, a hoodie, and I got on some sweatpants just for right now. Waiting on it to warm up a little warmer. Then I break it down probably to my shorts. I don't know if it can get warm enough that I can take off my hoodie. Cause we still got a nice little breeze. The water temperature, for the most part, is warming up. And just because we got a little cold front that came through, it's not cold enough to get the water cold. So the water's still walkable. You can walk out there. I walked out there and it felt warmer than the outside temperature. So that felt pretty good. But just waiting on it to warm up a little more. Then I'll probably take off my sweatpants and do the rest of my fishing in my shorts. But the tide, I think, is supposed to be up today by 3. So I got plenty of time to work and make it happen. And then again, like I say, I love, now that I've done it, coming down by this 20 and 25 because it just seems like a cutoff. And I'm in deeper water compared to if I stayed up there by the 1 to 5 mile marker. So hopefully get onto some fish today. I've come down here, this is my 3rd run. The first run, I did good. I hit a couple of Pompano, nothing major, nothing serious. But then the other 2 times I came down, the 2nd and 3rd, no action. Nothing but hard heads around here and small whitey. So hopefully today is something different. So now I'm looking for shells. I'm just passing up time. I got my rod set up that if anything hits it, the drag is loose enough that I don't have to worry about it breaking my line. I will have enough time to get to it. So hopefully that is what happens. Y'all know the rule. Usually when you walk away and you turn away, that's when the mice come out to play. So hopefully they come out to play. Hopefully they think I got my back turned to them. So with that said, fish on, baby. I think that's a starfish. Usually when I see them, they look different. This right here, it almost looks like, I guess maybe because it's curved. It actually has curve to it. It's almost like a wheel. These soldiers standing tall. Look at them. Ready for action. Ready for war. Get it. Come on. All right, so while we're waiting, I'm using fish bites. And that is my trusty go-to bait when it comes to me fishing the surf. I do better in the surf with these than I do out at the jetties. When I use it at the jetties, I really don't have that much luck with it like I see other people have. I don't know what it is, but it's just for some reason, no matter if I use my big boys or my small ones, it just seems like I grab a bunch of whitings when I go to the jetties with it. And I see people, I see other people use it, and I see them hit Pompano, or I see them hit black drum on it. But it just seems like when I'm out there, it doesn't happen. And I guess I don't use them enough. If I get over there, it's mainly because I'm using, throwing my lures, or I'm probably using shrimp during the time that I think fish like the Pompano, not Pompano, but when the sheepshead are running and black drum, things like that, then I'll go over to the jetty with some live shrimp during that time frame. But when it comes to the surf, right, the reason why I like using this compared to using shrimp, because on days like right now, it doesn't seem like there's anything happening since I've been here, right? But if I'm using shrimp, that doesn't mean it wasn't happening. That just means it could have been something that was so slick and so small that he could have ate my shrimp off. And that's it. You know, it's done. And I wouldn't even know it. But when you're using fish bites, you can actually let that sit out there. And if something's really serious about it, he's going to crush it. And when he does, your rod is going to bend over and you know you got a bite, you know you got a fish on line. So that is the reason why I love using fish bites compared to using shrimp when I come to the surf. Just for that reason, that if something does happen, then I know I got enough time. Then I know that if something does hit it, more than likely, there's a fish on there with the fish bites compared to the shrimp. Lost my train of thought because something was hitting this middle rod and I thought it was about to go over. This is the one I got the mullet on, and I can't tell if it's traveling. This is the one I got the egg on as well, and it could be rolling with the surf. So we'll wait and see what happens. Fish on. This might be a Pompano here. Pompano, a nice size whiting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Might be a black drum. We're gonna back up little bit. Might be a black drum right there. Yeah, he's got some action going on. And this on the electric chicken. Could be a red. But he hit it like a black drum too. Come on, everybody. I'm thinking black drum. Nope, red. Red drum, baby. Yes, sir. Slot size in the house. Nice slot red. Alright, nice size slot red at 23 inches. Nice size down at P.I.N.S. Starting off a nice day. Fish on, baby. Thought I found seaweed, but for some reason, this was on there. It got sucked into my line. I kept seeing my rod bend over. It was bending over like it had a lot of weight to it, so I thought it was seaweed, grabbed it. I guess this guy was traveling through the water. Got onto my line. Get it back out there. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody got peace, man. I know for the most part, I know that's far-fetched. What your definition of peace is. Mine is just peace of self. That's my definition. Having peace with yourself and let everybody else go crazy. I ain't got no time for it. Fish on.